again, we get ready. We getting ready for the rollout to the world. So he wanted to make sure he put on that great performance for the fans. We great, trust me. Y'all want y'all guy to come out and put on that show for y'all. Trust me, because I'm looking for that fight where we had back in the days when y'all said, yo, that was an epic fight right there, and that's what we looking for.
I don't know how much confidence that Jake Paul have in all this.
Heard Graydon mouth for years now saying I need to fight a real boxer.
He got to fight a actual fighter now, like a fighter.
Who was somebody you could see him fighting, like
Me.
a real you?
Yeah.
Well, little man, congratulations. You got your wish.
Alright, let's set the record straight. This isn't your typical main event. This is ego versus legacy. On one side stands Jake Paul, carrying that familiar edge, that relentless drive to silence every doubter still questioning his place in the sport. But this time, it's not about the critics. As Jake himself puts it, I'm not proving them wrong, I'm proving myself right. There's no bravado in his tone, just conviction. He's no longer chasing attention, he's chasing legacy. You can see it in the way he talks, the way he trains, everything feels sharper, colder, more calculated. He's entering this fight not as a celebrity trying to compete, but as a competitor trying to carve his name into boxing history. And that mindset, that hunger to transform perception into proof, is what makes this matchup more than just a headline. It's a test of identity, a collision between ambition and authenticity.
My journey's crazy. That's why I said that. I said, yo, you can't write this, man. You cannot write this. My experience being gone, and all the stuff that I went through, preparing me for where I'm at today. You know, that Tank is older. He had the lessons, getting his lessons of what he got to do, take us the rest of the way. And this is his take us the rest of the way fight.
Gervonta, Tank Davis listens with that quiet, knowing smirk, the look of a predator watching his target talk itself into danger. When he finally speaks, it's with the calm certainty of a man who's been here before. Levels, he says. There are levels to this. No shouting, no theatrics, just controlled menace. You can feel the weight behind the words. Davis has seen every kind of hype come and go, but to him, Jake Paul is stepping into territory few survive. November 14th isn't just another fight date, it's a reckoning. A moment where all the noise, confidence, and narratives fade, leaving only skill and instinct under the lights. Tank's demeanor says it all. He's not showing up to trade soundbites or chase headlines. He's coming to re-establish order, to remind the sport why his name belongs among the elite. The energy around him isn't loud, it's lethal. A storm's forming, and when it hits, the lesson will be simple. There are levels to greatness, and Tank Davis plans to prove exactly which one he's on.
Actually, that question on camera.
What?
I'm talking about family at this point. Cause you pulled up with just somebody else. You didn't even pull up with your team you pulled up with. We ain't see Calvin. Yeah.
Calvin was there.
Okay.
Calvin was there.
Okay.
I think he came a little late though. I spoke to him.
Y'all good.
Yeah.
All right, because
I just seen Calvin too. But that's another thing. Calvin is someone that he's like, when I ain't had no pops, Calvin was the person that you feel me, stepped in them shoes. So no matter if he's not my coach, anything like that, he's always gonna be in my life.
And that's why I said I would have asked that question off camera because I already know.
Yeah, sure.
So I ain't, but you already cleared it.
Jake Paul isn't walking into this blind. He knows exactly what's waiting for him on the other side of that bell. This is the toughest fight of my life, he admits without hesitation. He's in his prime, undefeated, one of the best in the world. There's no false bravado there, just raw honesty. And strangely enough, that's what drives him. The fear, the pressure, the sheer thrill of stepping into the fire when the whole world expects him to get burned, that's his fuel. For Jake, this isn't just another payday or headline grabber, it's the defining roll of the dice. He's fully aware that one misstep, one mistake, could unravel everything he's built. A single loss could confirm every doubt and feed every critic who's ever called him a pretender. But that's also what makes this moment so powerful. He's betting it all, reputation, pride, and legacy, on the chance to prove that he doesn't just belong in the ring, he belongs in history.
Calvin, he been with me since I was 7. I used to sleep in Coach Calvin's house. I used to sleep at his job when he was working at a seafood restaurant in Baltimore.
When I had to train Tank, when I didn't want him to get in trouble and I wanted to make sure we was together, I used to take him to work with me. And he'd chill. Everybody know him. Everybody know him at work.
Remember Calvin used to fuss at the guys that was coming up with me, and they was in the streets a lot. He was telling them, like, you can't have 1 feet in and 1 feet out. You gotta be, like, all the way in it. Like, focus on the goal, you know, and them guys, they went left, and unfortunately, they got killed.
You weigh the odds out like that. Do you want him to go to jail or you want him to live? That's the whole idea, to come to the boxing gym.
If I ain't had the people I had around me, like the people that started with me and things like that, I probably would have been off the scene.
Tank Davis doesn't blink. No nerves, no second guessing, just that trademark calm that comes from a man who's seen every kind of challenge and conquered them all. Ain't no pressure on me, he says with a quiet shrug. I only feel pressure when I put it on myself. It's not arrogance, it's experience. That's the voice of a fighter who's been through wars, walked through fire, and come out sharper every time. For Davis, November 14th isn't a night for words or theatrics, it's a proving ground. He's not here to debate, he's here to demonstrate. The mission is simple: remind the world why he's one of the sport's most dangerous technicians, why his composure in chaos separates him from the rest. His delivery is calm, but the meaning behind it is explosive. Every syllable carries a warning, that when the lights go down and the gloves touch, his intent won't just be to win. It'll be to reaffirm why Gervonta Tank Davis is built differently.
The last one out the gym. Tank used to sit on the ring like this and watch me train him.
How old is he at this point?
He was like 7, 8.
Okay.
A lot of stuff that I was giving my son was giving it to Tank. So it was a perfect fit. Tank was like the family, you know what I'm saying? And he used to sit at the table because I had another kid named Ramon Manning. He liked to play with them guns, you know what I'm saying? And when I lost him, I was hurt because that was my first time losing a fighter that you put so much into. Remember, I said, Tank, my money running out. And he just looked at me and said, believe in me, coach. Believe. That's what did it.
When he said that, that's...
It's still...
Damn.
I don't hear Tank as the day. I hear Tank as that little boy. Believe in me, coach. And he came in the gym one day and he said, Coach, I seen it. I said, what you seen? I had all the belts on me. He said, I'm gonna be that dude. The rest is history.
And then enters Alicia Baumgardner, champion, pioneer, and a voice that refuses to be silenced. In a move that sent ripples through the sport, she made a statement few would dare. She handed back her world title in the name of equality. They didn't want women fighting 12 3-minute rounds, she explained. So I gave it back. No outrage, no grandstanding, just conviction. It was less an act of rebellion and more a declaration of principle. Baumgardner isn't just stepping into the ring for belts or accolades, she's fighting for recognition, for the respect long overdue to women who give the same blood, sweat, and sacrifice as their male counterparts. Her message is clear and fearless: if the system won't grant parity, she'll force it to confront her example. When she laces up and walks under those lights, it's not just another fight, it's a moment of truth. A statement to the world that women's boxing isn't catching up, it's breaking barriers and rewriting the rules in real time.
Swear to God, I was on a plane coming home from Las Vegas when Luis told me Gervonta Davis is fighting Jake Paul. I said, get the bleep out of here. I said, you're a bleep liar. Jake Paul is fighting Gervonta Tank Davis. There's one problem. He fights at 135 pounds. Gervonta Davis is that much better than Jake Paul at boxing. But Gervonta Davis in his last fight weighed 133.8 pounds. And I'm not over here in the business of just crapping on Jake Paul. I am much more respectful of what he's starting to build as a professional boxer. You're fighting a guy that's better than you. He's just much smaller. But that guy, because he's better than you, what if he wins? Everything Jake Paul has done is wiped completely out. Gervonta Davis loses to Jake Paul. Obviously, it's going to hurt who Gervonta Davis is, but he lost to a guy that's going to be upwards of 70 pounds bigger than him when he steps into the boxing ring. But I will tell you this right now, without a shadow of a doubt, I will watch this. Tank Davis is 30-0-1. You want to talk about Jake Paul fighting a real boxer? That's a real boxer. You can't make this stuff up, man. It's true. They're fighting.
Star, he says. She's the future. It's not a PR soundbite, it's genuine acknowledgement. Through his promotion company, MVP, Jake's been one of the loudest advocates for women's boxing, pushing to give fighters like Baumgardner and Bedoin the platform they've earned. Even Netflix has joined the movement, helping showcase the sport's evolution to a global audience. Across the table, Tank Davis nods, and for a brief moment, the rivalry pauses. They deserve that stage, he agrees, his voice steady, his respect clear. It's rare to see two opponents, men wired to compete at the highest level, share common ground, but here they do. For a moment, boxing feels united, driven by purpose rather than ego. But unity in fight week? It never lasts long. Beneath the polite nods and shared respect, the tension simmers, the kind of unspoken energy that always finds its way back to the ring. Because once the gloves are on, admiration turns to competition, and even the calm before the storm can't stop what's coming next.
You're yelling so much about him fighting someone, fight somebody your size. His next opponent is, by far, the most credentialed guy he's ever fought. There's one problem. He fights at 135.
The conversation circles back to the headline fight, the one everyone's waiting for. Jake Paul's size versus Gervonta Davis's experience. It's the classic clash of attributes, and Tank addresses it with his usual composure. He's bigger, he admits, but I'm smarter. There's no ego in the statement, just conviction. Davis has lived and breathed boxing since he was a kid, and every scar, every round, has built him into a strategist as much as a fighter. This isn't just about surviving Jake's power, it's about outthinking him, exposing the gaps, and turning experience into dominance. Jake, though, isn't buying into the veteran edge narrative. With that trademark grin, he fires back, "My family says he's boring. I'm here for entertainment." The words cut through the air, playful on the surface, but designed to sting. The energy on stage shifts instantly. You can feel it ripple through the room, that electricity that comes only when the line between respect and rivalry starts to blur. The crowd leans forward, sensing what's coming. Smirks fade, the air tightens, and suddenly, this isn't talk show tension, it's fight night energy creeping in early. War isn't scheduled yet, but everyone can feel it, it's close, and when it comes, neither man plans to take a step back.
Out of hype at this particular moment in time. Now, I'll give Jake Paul credit for this. At least he's in the ring with a boxer. But 57 years old is 57 years old. And 57 years old and formally walking into a UFC fight as an audience member, as a patron with a cane, it's hard to me to believe a year later that you're going to be in any condition to really fight. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't know. And if you're Jake Paul, here's what I want to say to you. It's Mike Tyson, that's fine. It's a money fight, I get you, and you want to make money. But at some point in time, if you keep telling us that you're taking boxing seriously and you want to be recognized as a big-time boxer / fighter, you're going to have to fight somebody closer to your age, who is a contender at the very least in the sport and who lives with it every single day. Could you please get in the ring with somebody? Pretty please, with sugar on top. I'm interested.
Steven, I wanted you to come on the show to tell me that you think I'm a great boxer.
I think you're a damn good boxer with a lot of potential. And I got one problem with you, and I told you this already. You are skilled. You cannot be going in the ring beating up on dudes that you know don't box. You can't have a basketball player, UFC fighters. No, they strike. They don't box. There's a difference. They're not on your level.